Ask your heart a question. What should I do? In the universe, there's a lot of energy that would love to work through you to give you that answer, yet you don't know what that energy is. When you say, my heart, as you speak to your heart, there's no ambiguity. You're directing the answer to the neural network and your heart that's tuned to the field, my heart. Seek and you shall find. You heard that before. And the best way to seek is to ask a straightforward question. Be brief and ask in a single sentence. Your heart knows the answer. Your heart has been with you your whole life. Do you know that the heart is the first organ to form in the body? And from the heart comes the tongue. And that is where the expression stems from. That's where the expression stems from, to speak from the heart. Your heart doesn't need a preamble. You don't have to say, well, when I was 5 years old, when I had this experience, because your heart knows that already. So just say it in a single sentence. Ask a question in a way that your heart can answer. Be direct. Of course, be concise. We'll do this. Let's do this together. Be personal. Your heart cannot answer for another person. 1 million factors and more go into another person's experience. Past lives, karma. You may not know any of that. You could speculate, but you may not know it. So be personal, all right? That's the ask. When your heart answers, it will be very similar to your question. And the answer will be brief. It will be concise. It will be direct. The answer will be objective. And your heart won't judge, because your heart will never judge you or another person. It's non-judgmental, and you are safe. Your heart will never ask you to do anything harmful to you. If you're using a chemical to move you into the space and you've had, let's say, a bad experience and you're stuck, until that chemical wears off, until you metabolize it, until your body metabolizes it out of your body. But if you're in coherence properly, you'll never have a bad experience. If you do have a bad experience, all you do is take a breath, open your eyes, disconnect, and start again. And that's it, because that is how powerful you are. So here's what I'd like to do. These are the techniques. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to ask you to pause the video at one point. Take it like a 10-minute silencer or whatever feels good for you, a few minutes, whatever. And connect to your inner world, your invisibleness, your feelings, and your emotions. Don't chase the answer. Just be present, be silent, be still, and allow the answer to come to you in whatever way it does. Maybe it's a picture, maybe it's an image or a movie, or maybe it's a sound, maybe it's a word or a feeling. A brief phrase, it might be a small sentence. My heart, what do you want me to know right now? All right? Whatever that answer is, take a breath and anchor the answer so that you can call it to yourself when you want it. Anchor the answer so you can call it to your second question, which we will ask after this. My heart, what do you need from me right now? My heart, what do you need from me right now? Do you still have an answer to come to you? Whatever that is, there'll be a single word, a brief phrase, or like I said, maybe an image in your mind. It might feel familiar, yet new, like a new piece of information in a familiar format. Okay? So whatever that answer is, it usually comes quickly. One breath, inhale, and anchor that answer on the release. Inhale, and release. We all come to this world for a healing of some kind. And although many kinds of healings are possible, they generally stem from a common belief about ourselves, about our past, about our relationship to our bodies, about our relationship and the world they stem from. A wound that we encounter early in our lives, or maybe carry through our families as a wound from another lifetime or another generation. That ancient wound is key in our healing. Everything's energy. So pause the video now for your silencing for a few minutes, and then we'll resume. So the next question is, my heart, what is the ancient old wound within me that's asking for a deeper healing right now? My heart, what is the ancient wound that I carry, just asking for a deeper healing right now? It's allowed your answer to come to you. Don't chase that answer. If it's a picture, an image, a word, a feeling, to the present, without judgment, just allow the answer to be present, whatever that answer is. And now, give your ancient wound a name. Give it a name so that you can call that wound to you in a few minutes for a deeper healing. So give your wound a name so that you can call it into you in a few moments for that next deeper healing, right? So pause the video again for a few minutes. And while you ask and listen, and after that, you can go on to the last question. Okay, so you have now resumed your video. So this is the last question. Excuse me. While we're in this space that we've created for ourselves, this field, this path to a space that is not limited by the laws of physics. Excuse me. I'm going to invite you to ask your personal question. Begin with the words, my heart, and then ask the question. Ask the question in a way that your heart can answer. Terrible, I've got a cough, sorry. So that your heart can answer the question in a single sentence or brief phrase. My heart, and ask the question. Be present, and whatever that answer is, whether it's about personal healing, whether it's about personal relationships, whether it's about your place in the world and the changes in the world, okay? Whatever the answer is that's coming to you, just allow it. Just allow it to be present without judging that answer. Just allow it to appear. Pause your video again for your question and answer the question. You might be surprised. You might say, no way. Don't. Just allow the answer to come to you. All right? Pause the video. Great. Well, now that you've resumed your video, there's one more breath. I'm going to invite you to inhale in the same way. Inhale it and slowly release that breath so that you get to anchor in the answers. Breathe again. Inhale, and as you release that breath gently, slowly, just begin to open your eyes and become present in this space wherever you are. Now, I'm going to tell you these three questions that you might want to make a note of. My heart, what do you want me to know? My heart, what wound is keeping me triggered? My heart, what do you need from me? Those are the three questions. Coherence gives you a hotline to your subconscious. I made a free heart-brain coherence visual meditation with instructions and a PDF, so it's easy for you to follow it. And you can download it for free from the link tree that you're going to find in my bio. It's very helpful. I hope you use it. I'd love to hear your comments. And namaste to you.